Hello, welcome to Spiritual Revelations Tarot. My schedule is Wednesday postings at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time and Sunday 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right. This reading is for all signs. And what we want to know today is we're going to do some shadow work ahead of the Capricorn moon, which is on July 10, 25. So we want to know, what are you avoiding? Starting out with Aries. Let me shuffle the cards. I'm using the opposition deck, and this is the best way to shuffle this deck. Aries, what are you avoiding? This way I have no control on which side comes up. Aries, what are you avoiding? All right, shuffled. Aries, what are you avoiding? Aries, what are you avoiding, Aries? I'm only going to take 3 cards. What are you avoiding? Aries. Oh, 1 card, Spirit. What is Aries avoiding? 1 card. Okay. All right. The bottom of the deck is the shadow side of the 4 pentacles. And that looked like somebody sitting down eating crumbs. All right. Let's take a look at the first card. The first card is the High Priestess, the shadow side of the High Priestess. So what are you avoiding? Okay. Say coldness and distance from the world and your fellow human beings are dangerous attitudes. That's what you are doing. All right. Because you feel as though you don't need tricks or complicated calculations, not even secrets or powerful allies. You're avoiding those. You're avoiding being worthy, waiting to be worthy is right. No, you're not doing that. And you're also avoiding the need to prepare properly and study. And you are avoiding turning your intuition. All right? Let's take a look at the Hierophant, the shadow side of the Hierophant. You are avoiding being closed-minded because you feel as though it may disturb your life and the lives of any who listen to advice based on unbending dogma. So you are avoiding being a counselor for everyone. Because you feel as though anyone with a closed mind will disturb your life. Okay. And also the third card, you're in the shadow side of the Queen of Wands. Not taking action. Because you may encounter anger, ungenuous and hurt men and women from your past. Okay? All right, Spirit. Let's find out. What should Aries surrender? What should Aries surrender? So you are avoiding your intuition. You are avoiding being a counselor for others. And you are avoiding men in your life. Ooh, boy. Okay. What should Aries surrender, Spirit? Let me have 3 cards. 2 more. What should Aries surrender, Spirit? One more. What should Aries surrender? All right. One card was surrender to denial. All right. First card, Aries, surrender to effortlessness. And that's what you want to do in this Hierophant position, the shadow side of the Hierophant position. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. All right, that's what you need to surrender. You also need to surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help you bring clarity or even solve the problem. Okay? Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, Aries. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. All right? That's your message, Aries. Okay, let me shuffle the deck. Next is Taurus. Taurus. Next is Taurus. Spirit. What is Taurus avoiding? What is Taurus avoiding, Spirit? Okay, the Ten of Wands. Shadow side of the Ten of Wands. You are avoiding burdens, being burdened. 2 more cards. What is Taurus avoiding, Spirit? Okay. You are avoiding the Empress. You are avoiding being burdened by any situation. And you are avoiding being the Empress. You don't want to be loving. Let me look. The Empress nurtures people. You don't want to be the nurturer of people in your life. Perhaps you want people to nurture themselves, to be independent and not so reliant on you. Okay? Let's take one more card, Spirit, for Taurus. What is Taurus avoiding? All right, Taurus. You are avoiding death. Perhaps you are avoiding ending a situation. Okay. What does Taurus need to surrender, Spirit? Shuffle the deck. What does Taurus need to surrender? Oh, I got to remember not to make this loud noise when I put the cards together, like in my last video. I'm sorry. It's unavoidable. But I will try not to do that. All right. What should Taurus surrender, Spirit? What should Taurus surrender? What should Taurus surrender? What should Taurus surrender? Surrender to your soul's path, Taurus. Your life journey has been perfectly designed for you, for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. All right. 2 more cards for Taurus. What should Taurus surrender? 1 more card. What should Taurus surrender, Spirit? What should Taurus surrender? What should Taurus surrender, Spirit? Surrender to setting limits. Right. Because you are avoiding becoming this empress. All right. You don't want to be nurturing to everyone. Like I said, you want them to nurture themselves and be independent from you. All right. The second card. Surrender to your fear of intimacy. Is that why you are in the shadow side of the empress? Right. You're avoiding it. You are ready to let love in, Taurus. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. That's right. Open your heart, Taurus. The third card is surrender to setting limits. If you don't want to be open or compassionate or nurturing to people, set limits. It is healthy to set boundaries in relationships. Practice expressing your needs and remember that no is a complete sentence. All right, Taurus. Very good. That's your reading. Okay. The next sign is Gemini. Gemini. Yeah, these 2 decks go well together. Gemini. Gemini. I think this is the best way to shuffle. Gemini. All right, Gemini. What is Gemini avoiding, Spirit? 3 cards. What is Gemini avoiding? 3 cards. Okay, Gemini. This came out sideways. This came up front. 1 more card for Gemini, Spirit. What is Gemini avoiding? One more card. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, Gemini. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. You avoiding this Queen of Swords, or you are on a fence because this card came out sideways. You might be feeling on the fence regarding this person. That means you really haven't made a decision. All right. The next card is the 2 of Wands. You're on the shadow side of the 2 of Wands. Still unable to make a decision. All right. Let me take a look here. The 2 of Wands. You probably underestimated the difficulties before taking action and what interests you. Okay. Before leaving for new shores. Prepare yourself better. All right. That's what this two wands is speaking of. So perhaps you jumped into something with someone. Now you're on a fence and you're thinking to yourself that you should have thought about it before you took a jump in this Ace of Pentacles, a new start in prosperity. All right, let's find out what should Gemini surrender, Spirit. What should Gemini surrender? And this is the light side of the Queen of Swords. What should Gemini surrender, Spirit? What should Gemini surrender? What should Gemini surrender, Spirit? Surrender to your wisdom of your body. Two more cards, Spirit, for Gemini. Two more cards for Gemini. One card. All right, Gemini. Surrender to your wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. And this is how you can get from being on the fence on your feelings. All right? The second card, surrender to your intuition. Something told you to prepare yourself better, but you didn't listen to your intuition. Tune in to your inner voice, Gemini. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you, Gemini. And lastly, the third card, surrender the idea you can fix someone. All right? It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Okay? And that is regarding this new start. All right, that's your message, Gemini. Let's move on to the next sign is Cancer. I hope these readings are beneficial for you. All right. Cancer. We shuffle the deck. And this will be for Cancer. Anyone who has Cancer in their chart. I do not control what comes out in the reading. It's based on the card. All right, Cancer. What is Cancer avoiding, Spirit? 3 cards. What is Cancer avoiding, Spirit? What is Cancer avoiding? Avoiding getting back in the deck here. Okay, first card is the 8 of Cups. 2 more cards. What is Cancer avoiding, Spirit? Temperance. And Sun. Now you notice that this is shadow work. That's why we're getting a lot of oppositions here. The shadow side of the cards. The first card is the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from a situation. All right? You are avoiding, Cancer, you are avoiding walking away. It's time to get out of old thought patterns. Get away from what causes you pain and despair. You may feel without resources, sad and unable to face the future. Don't run away from the feelings. All right, so Spirit is telling you, Cancer, don't run away from your feelings, to accept them, to analyze them, and come to terms to any situations that caused you to want to walk away. Don't run from your problems. Meet them head on. All right? And the second card, what are you avoiding? You are avoiding being patient. You know, you're not being patient. You are avoiding. Okay? Let me take a look at that, see what else we have. What is Cancer avoiding in Temperance? This is the shadow side. You are avoiding your awareness of happiness, that your happiness has been dulled and your sense of self diminished. Are you free to act and think as you wish? It is time to awaken, even to what limits you. And this is what you are avoiding. You are avoiding happiness. You're trying to avoid happiness. You don't want to be yourself to be diminished. And you are avoiding being free to act and think as you wish. Cancer. All right? Our third card is the Sun. And this is the light side of the sun. Yes, the light side of the sun. You're coming out of it. Or you want to come out of it. Because it doesn't make you feel good. All right? The light side of the sun. Let's see, the sun. You need to work on this. All right. You are avoiding happiness. You need to grit your teeth and wait for the light to return. You are avoiding the light. You feel as though you have exhausted your energy and may not have the strength to fight back or make needed changes just yet. This is what you are avoiding. You are avoiding change, Cancer. All right. Let's see. What does Cancer need to surrender? Let's take a look for Cancer. You don't want to walk away from a situation. You are avoiding having patience. And you are avoiding happiness in your life, Cancer. So what do you need to surrender? In addition to what I previously said from the card. All right. Let me add 3 cards for Cancer. 3 cards for Cancer, Spirit. All right. First card. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, Cancer. 2. Surrender unhealthy relationships. And one more card, Spirit. Uh-oh. The whole deck wanted to come out. Okay. One more card, Spirit, for Cancer. All right. And surrender low self-esteem, Cancer. Let's start with the first card. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. No, we don't want to live in the past. We want to continue to grow and move forward. Second card, surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. All right? So you need to surround yourself with like minded people, people who think like you, Cancer. All right? And the last card is surrender low self esteem, Cancer. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self esteem so you can come out of the shadow and move into the light. All right, that's your message, Cancer. Let's move on to Leo. Let me see if I can get all these readings in this one video. I know it's going to be long, but this video will be time stamped. Next is Leo. I should have said that in the beginning, so everyone can know up front. Leo. This is for Leo. Spirit messages for Leo. And the topic again is shadow work reading. This is the shadow work reading. What are you avoiding? What are you avoiding? I'll put it in the video. What are you avoiding? Leo. What is Leo avoiding, Spirit? 3 cards. What is Leo avoiding? 3 cards, Spirit. What is Leo avoiding? Uh-oh, too many. What is Leo avoiding? First card is, okay, this is the 9 of Wands. 2 more cards. What is Leo avoiding? The King. King of Pentacles. And we have the 3 of Wands. Okay, Leo. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Something is growing. This is the light side of the Ace of Wands, Leo. All right. What are you avoiding? Leo, it looks like you are avoiding battles. You're resting right now. What I'm doing is reading the image on a picture, and then I will refer to the book for accuracy. Look like you're sitting this battle out, Leo. This is the shadow side. This is not your norm. All right? This is the 9 of Wands. Sitting a battle out. All right? And the next card is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Let me do this. King of Pentacles. Let's take a look at this King of Pentacles. The shadow side of the King of Pentacles. All right. What are you avoiding in the King of Pentacles? You are avoiding ambition, materialism, and illusion of power. That is what you are avoiding. Because you don't want to participate in this battle. Because you don't want to be enslaved Let me see here. This talks about ambition, the negative side of ambition, materialism, and illusion of power may have entered your life and taken over your emotions and thoughts without you being aware of it. And this is what you are avoiding by not participating in this battle. You're sitting it out because you want to maintain your control and don't want anyone to control you, your life, your emotions, your thoughts, without you being aware of it. You don't want to be a narrow-minded slave to money. That's what this is. This king does not want to be a narrow-minded slave to money. So you sitting this battle out. All right. And the last card is the Three of Wands. This card, Three of Wands, are you waiting on something? You are avoiding moving towards something. But this is the light side. Okay. Let's take a look here at the Three of Wands. This is the light side. Normally, this is a positive card. This is a positive card. It is a time, the time is right for any challenge, for all kinds of journeys and actions that involve your talents, initiative, courage, and inner strength will foster resolutions. Commit and you will win. Lay back or slow down and you will get far less than you deserve. All right. So you must have set. All right. You didn't want to participate in a battle, so you sat it out. You don't want to be enslaved by other people's, So you set this one out. But you're starting to realize that, no. If you don't get up and move and do something, you won't get anywhere. All right? So you decided to make a move here. You stopped waiting. You are avoiding making a move, because that's what we are asking. What are you avoiding? You are avoiding getting up and moving on the situation, because you're sitting this battle out and you are avoiding, preventing yourself moving toward a battle. That's what you don't want to do. All right. All right. What should Leo surrender, Spirit? 3 cards for Leo. What should Leo surrender, Spirit? All right. Leo should surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Surrender to what is. And that's what you're doing. You're surrendering to what is. You choose your own battles. One more card for Leo. And surrender to your fear of change, Leo. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break. And that's what you're doing right here, Leo. And spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. But you're sitting, but there appears to be a storm. All right? Second card, surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation compassionately, accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. All right. And it looks like someone is having a hard time doing that. All right. Because they're still in their shadow, or you are still in your shadow. So flow with what is instead of fighting it. So don't fight it. Don't fight the need to avoid being controlled by others. That's what this is. Okay. The third card is surrender your fear of change. You want to get up, but you are avoiding making that decision to move forward. You just want to sit it out and wait. And the Three of Wands. This is what you are avoiding. You are avoiding waiting in the Three of Wands. That's why the light side of the Wands is showing here, or the Three of Wands is showing. So surrender your fear of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. And that's your message, Leo. All right. Next sign is Virgo. I'm going to split these two. I'm going to do this in two parts, I see. And because we're at 41 minutes, I'm going to stop with Virgo. And part 2 will be Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cappy, Aquarius, and Pisces in part 2. I hope you join me over there. So let's do Virgo. Virgo. Messages for Virgo. What is Virgo avoiding, Spirit? What is Virgo avoiding? What is Virgo avoiding? Three cards. What is Virgo avoiding, Spirit? Okay, the cards coming out fast. Oh, the Devil. All right. The Emperor. And the Six of Cups. This is what you are avoiding, Virgo. All right, we have the Devil. Let me read the images. The Devil. Normally, the Devil shows that a person is chained to another person by way of obsession. And you are chained directly to the Devil in this card. The Devil has a chain around your neck and he's holding your hand. Don't want you to escape or something. All right? And this is the shadow side of the Devil. All right? The second card is the Emperor. And it is the light side of the Emperor. This is something that you dream for, dream to be. All right? And you have the light side of the Six of Cups. You are reminiscing about the past, about the relationships that you had. All right? Now let me take a look at the book for the Devil, the shadow side of the Devil. The Devil. Devil can mean an obsession, negativity. All right? A desire. And this is what you are avoiding, which is good. You don't want to be in the Devil energy. All right, let's take a look what the shadow side of the Devil is. You have forgotten the light of the world and how to turn it on inside you. This is what you are avoiding. You are avoiding to turn on the light inside you, Virgo. You may have hypnotized. You may be hypnotized by pleasure and subjugated by a magnet, magnetism of others. Right. That's that obsession. So you are avoiding being obsessed with an emperor, Virgo. All right, that's what it is. You are avoiding being obsessed over an emperor. And this is the light side of an emperor. You are avoiding being obsessed over an emperor, or you are avoiding being obsessed over yourself. Let's see. The emperor. All right, the emperor are those who govern well, know that responsibilities, burdens, and of course, rewards and honors must be shared. Oh boy. Virgo, you are avoiding being obsessed and you are avoiding responsibilities, burdens, and rewards and honors because you don't want to share them. Oh, what else are you avoiding? You are avoiding reminiscing about people in your past. All right, that's Virgo. Let's take a look. What does Virgo need to surrender? I think I like that. I like reading the images on a card and then referring to an accuracy from the book. I think I like that. All right. All right. This is a shadow reading. 3 cards. What should Virgo surrender, Spirit? What should Virgo surrender, Spirit? All right. 1. Surrender frustration. Surrender frustration. Trying to avoid the obsession is causing you frustration. All right. Surrender receiving support and love because you don't want to share. You're avoiding being the emperor for the reasons I stated before. And surrender to trust. Okay? The first card is surrender frustration. Frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. All right? Instead of being obsessive about it. Because obsession means dependency. All right? Second card, surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in. But you can't do that if you don't want to share. That's what you are avoiding, the light side of the emperor. Rather than trying to handle everything yourself. That's right. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Last card, surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by others. People's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. And that's your message, Virgo. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped someone, even if it's one person. And these readings will be time stamped and located in the description of this video. Just press the More button and join Spiritual Revelations Tarot. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.